Did mankind really set foot on the moon, or was it an elaborate hoax? A question that has intrigued many since that iconic day in 1969. Our journey into space, the final frontier, has always been fraught with peril and mystery, and none more so than the legendary Apollo moon landing. On July 20, 1969, the world held its breath as Neil Armstrong, followed by Buzz Aldrin, descended the steps of the lunar module, and the words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," echoed across our television screens. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to human innovation and bravery. But not long after the lunar dust had settled, voices of skepticism began to rise. Was the moon landing real, or was it a carefully orchestrated deception? The question has spurred countless debates, conspiracy theories, and in-depth investigations. Some point to perceived anomalies in the footage and photographs. Others question the feasibility of the mission given the technological limitations of the time. This question isn't just about one event. It's about trust in our institutions, the limits of human achievement, and the very nature of truth itself. It's about the struggle between skepticism and belief, fact and fiction, evidence and interpretation. Over the next several minutes, we'll delve into the heart of this controversy. We'll examine the evidence, discuss the theories, and hear from experts on both sides of the argument. We'll look at the context in which these doubts arose, the political and cultural climate that may have nurtured them. This isn't just a journey to the moon, it's a journey into the heart of what makes us question, what makes us doubt, and what makes us believe. So buckle up, and prepare for a ride that's out of this world. Let's explore the evidence and hear from experts to uncover the truth behind the moon landing. Scene script. Evidence supporting the moon landing is abundant, from photos to moon rocks. However, skeptics aren't easily convinced. Let's start with the photographs, captured by astronauts during their lunar missions. The images show astronauts' footprints, the American flag, and the lunar module. These photos were analyzed by experts worldwide, and the consensus is that they are authentic. Next, we have moon rocks. Astronauts brought back nearly 400 kilograms of lunar rocks and soil. These samples have unique properties not found in earthly rocks, supporting the claim that they are indeed extraterrestrial. Scientists across the globe have studied these samples, and their findings are consistent. The rocks originated from the moon. Then there's the testimonial evidence from thousands of people involved in the Apollo missions. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and astronauts themselves have shared their experiences, describing the meticulous planning, rigorous training, and the thrill of the missions. These are not just stories from a handful of people, but narratives from a vast, interconnected community. But what about the counter-arguments? Skeptics point to anomalies in the photographs, such as shadows falling in different directions, or the flag appearing to ripple in the airless lunar environment. They question the moon rocks, suggesting they could be meteorites from the moon that landed on Earth. They even cast doubt on the testimonials, hinting at a mass conspiracy. It's important to acknowledge these arguments to understand where they come from. Some stem from a lack of understanding of the science involved, while others are born of mistrust in government agencies. But it's crucial to remember that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So far, the weight of evidence leans heavily towards the moon landing being a genuine event. While the evidence seems substantial, questions still linger. Let's dive into some of these controversies. From waving flags to missing stars, skeptics have pointed out inconsistencies that they believe prove the moon landing was a hoax. One of the most notable controversies revolves around the American flag planted by the Apollo 11 crew. In the pictures, it appears to be waving as if caught in a breeze. But wait a minute, there's no wind on the moon, right? Critics argue this is clear evidence of a set on Earth. However, experts explain that the apparent motion is due to the flag's unique design. It was constructed with a horizontal bar along the top to hold it out for the photo, and the astronauts had to twist it to get it into the ground. This motion is what caused the ripple effect seen in the pictures. Then there's the curious case of missing stars. In the photos taken on the moon, there are no stars visible in the pitch-black sky. Skeptics question, how can that be? Well, here's the thing. The lunar surface is incredibly bright under the sun's direct light. The photos were exposed for this bright landscape, so the faint stars simply didn't show up. It's the same reason you don't see stars in daytime photos on Earth. And who could forget the infamous C rock? In one photo, a rock appears to have the letter C marked on it, leading to theories of a prop rock mistakenly left on the set. But this theory crumbles when you consider that the sea is not present in all versions of the photo, suggesting it was likely a stray hair or piece of dust on the photo processing equipment. Finally, there's the question of radiation. Critics argued that the deadly Van Allen radiation belts surrounding Earth would have killed the astronauts. Yet, experts explain that the spacecraft moved through these belts quickly, minimizing exposure. Plus, the spacecraft's design provided additional protection. The controversies are fascinating, but what do the experts have to say? Let's find out. Scientists, astronauts, and experts in various fields have weighed in on the moon landing debate. Let's hear their thoughts. Now, when it comes to the moon landing, there's an overwhelming scientific consensus that it did indeed happen. For instance, experts from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, commonly known as NASA, have provided extensive documentation and evidence to support the reality of the Apollo missions. Physicists around the world too have chimed in. They explain how the laws of physics support the possibility of space travel. And yes, that includes a manned mission to the moon. They point to the specific trajectories and speeds required for a successful moon landing, and how the Apollo missions met these exact requirements. Then we have the astronauts themselves. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon, has often spoken about his experiences on the lunar surface. His first-hand accounts provide a compelling case for the reality of the moon landing. Even astronomers have a role to play in this discourse. By using powerful telescopes, they've been able to observe the equipment left behind by the Apollo missions on the moon's surface. This includes the famous lunar rovers, left behind for future exploration. Experts in the field of photography and videography have also examined the footage and photographs from the Apollo missions. They argue that the images and videos captured during the moon landing could not have been faked with the technology available at the time. Geologists too have examined the moon rocks brought back by the Apollo missions. They confirm that these rocks are indeed extraterrestrial and could only have come from the moon. Despite the myriad of expert opinions supporting the reality of the moon landing, there are still those who remain skeptical. They question the credibility of the evidence, the motivations of the players involved, and even the scientific explanations. While experts largely agree that the moon landing was real, the debate continues. Let's explore why this debate persists. Despite the evidence and expert opinions, why does the moon landing debate persist? This question leads us into the heart of a phenomenon that is as intriguing as it is inexplicable. The moon landing debate continues largely because of the enduring allure of conspiracy theories. These theories offer alternative explanations, challenge established narratives, and often provide a sense of mystery that captivates the human imagination. Moreover, conspiracy theories give believers a sense of belonging to a special group that possesses hidden knowledge. They also serve as a platform for expressing skepticism towards authorities and institutions, a sentiment that has grown over the years. In the case of the moon landing, these theories question the authenticity of the event, suggesting it was a grand deception by the US government during the Cold War era. The moon landing debate is a fascinating exploration of belief, evidence, and skepticism. But what do you think? So, did we really land on the moon, or was it all an elaborate hoax? The evidence points one way, but the debate rages on. We've journeyed together through the facts, the controversies, and the expert opinions. We've seen the lunar landing footage, heard the radio communications, and examined the moon rock samples. We've also delved into the shadowy world of conspiracy theories, where doubts and questions continue to swirl. Why does this debate persist, you may wonder? It's because questioning, doubting, and seeking answers is a fundamental part of our human nature. It's what drives us to explore, to learn, and to grow. Now it's your turn. Dive into the research, examine the evidence, and form your own opinion. This story is far from over. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.